Okay, we do some more testing on some tools. So, we did one tool. So these guys sent me some tools to play with. Those guys. So I already did the video on that one. So let's do this tool here. Okay, so this one here, there's a part number right there for you. Whatever that is. Okay, so this is supposed to replace channel locks and a crescent wrench. Let's see, channel locks. So these channel locks. These are bigger channel locks. And crescent wrench. There you go. This is supposed to replace those tools. So let's see, this one here is definitely not the small one. Appears to be the big one. Okay, so let's see if it actually works. I'm not sure what to call these stupid, they got all kinds of names they use. So these are made in Germany, they're really good metal. It's supposed to work really good, we'll find out. Let's see, these are 12-inch pliers. And what do they call these things? Looks like they just call them 12-inch pliers. So they have some fancy names like Cobra and a few other names. I guess these are not those ones. Okay. Let's see this one here. We can open this without a knife. Oh, you can open it without a knife. Amazing. Packaging good. Don't have to cut myself getting open. I like that. That's the first time I could be able to get one of them in years without knives. I like that part. That's good. What are we supposed to do here? You know, it's supposed to work on the hoses. It's supposed to open 2.5 inches. Okay. Ooh, that's neat. So it works a nice, even, straight plane instead of doing this deal like this. See, it'll open nice and even. See how this goes like this. So this is hard to hold on to. This one here obviously goes out straight, but you gotta do it like this for a little while. So how do you slide this thing? It's gotta be something, some kind of a fancy lock or something. I don't know. Oh, there it is. See, you have to be smarter than your tools. That's hard to do. Okay, so they got a button here, you push that spring, and I guess that undoes the latch. Oh, there it goes, let you slide over. Because it's got some assembly lube in there. Take that off, we don't want that in our way. Okay. So you can't just move it up easy, you gotta use a button. Yeah. Too much safety stuff involved there. I don't like safety stuff. I'm gonna be able to slide it myself, but I can understand how they want that to be safe. So what are they disengaging? There must be something that they're engaging, disengaging. My guess is that pin has grooves in it. Yeah, has to be. You can see it's got a flat spot in it. Pretty sure it's got teeth. Oh, that's what it's going to have teeth on this side. It's got a flat spot here, so you push it in, you disengage the teeth, let this slide. There you go. That's how it works. See, I figured it out. It wasn't that hard. Okay. Looks like they fit your hand pretty good. See, your fingers are over here and this here. Bite into it. Now, so theoretically, they're supposed to lock in when you start pulling on them. Let's see. Alright, I got this bike over here. I got a nice big axle nut right here waiting to be tested to see if I torqued it enough earlier. So this is supposed to replace these two tools by having one tool. Okay, this is a lousy tool for doing this kind of stuff on there because you can't hold it enough to put any torque on it. You're contradicting the torque as you're applying here, you're fighting and you're pulling torque off as you put more torque to turn it. These are made for grabbing pipe and stuff like that. That's why they call water pump pliers. So these are not good for doing this kind of stuff at all. These are good for gripping, you know, things like that that you don't care about and digging in. Now these are smooth face, so they're not going to dig in. So these are going to fail when you need something that's rough. But it's nice because it doesn't tear up your stuff and it's smooth, which is how most of your stuff is I do around here. Okay, so this here you got to adjust it to fit your wrench. So the pressure wrench goes on like this. You put pressure on it like that and it moves it, see? Now you're not supposed to go backwards, you're supposed to go this direction. Okay, there's how much forces on that. Okay, now let's see how this works. A little inconvenient here a little bit, but because I don't know what I'm doing. So you notice I got the tool right in my way here, I can't do anything. So you're supposed to be, you can let go of it and it'll stay engaged, I thought. And that's not true, it disengages as you do it. So this one does not lock when you pull on, you have to actually hold it, but it's not a lot of pressure to hold it. So, but you do have to hold it. See, it pulls off, you don't, if you let up on your grip, it slips open, see. But there's very light effort here. It's not a lot of effort really to hold it. And see, this way doesn't work at all because you're trying to tighten with this side. So just like the other plier, you have to reverse it so you can pull it. So you can get pretty good torque on that. The disadvantage is the harder you pull on it, the more it's pulling up on you and it starts rounding the nut off. Whereas this one here, it's fixed. So you don't have to ever check it again. It can go like that all you want, it doesn't matter, you're just yanking. This one you have to hold it and yank, so you're losing your torque. It's actually a little bit harder to use. But it is convenient because you can use it, you know, this wrench will not open up that far. See, it only goes this far normally. I cheated and reground it so it goes open further. So I go another 1/4 inch more. That's past what you're supposed to go. It's only supposed to go this far stock. I modified it. Put another groove in there. So you can see it only goes this far for the same size wrench. So this one could be small or big. So it's got multiple functions. The problem is the jaws aren't getting taller this way, so you lose. When you get really big, you don't have much holding power. But it's a nice feature. So it's getting broken in here. Alright, so it does work for what it needs to be there. Obviously you can't grab a hold of a bolt like this and yank on it. You know, try to hold it and turn it because it's a smooth jaw, so you can't do that. But like I said, it doesn't damage the part either, which is a plus. So that's a plus. So let's go see what else we can screw up with this thing. Let's see, there's a fork cap nut up there. See, that takes a big wrench way up there. Normally it takes something really big to use. So this one here, being this adjustable large mouth, we'll get right on that. See, that one's too far. Go up one. Perfect. So you turn the correct direction. Oop. Some way up high in the air, which is not good for looking at. So unscrewed it really easily. Tighten it back up. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like I said, you're pulling on this, you're pulling harder here and you're gripping less here. So it's actually going like this. You can feel it trying to open up your thumb. So you got to have a good grip and pull, which is hard to do. It takes more strength. So if you have a second hand, you can squeeze it tight, and then you can squeeze with this one and just push with this one like that, and you get all the power you want. So it is a little awkward in that respect. But, you know, it's like anything, you got to get used to your tools. Someone wants me on the phone. But anyway, it fits up in here real nice and cleanly, like this. And it's not gouging into anything into your chrome up here, which is nice. So you can get in there a good bite like this, tighten it up. So it does work pretty good in that. So it's a lot easier than a special tool you need to normally do that. The big crest wrench gets real clumsy up here, and this is a lot cleaner and smaller through here, so it doesn't get in the way of hitting other stuff. This one here, if you look at it's a lot bigger and bulkier. Spiders. So this one here will fit in a little bit tighter places than this tool over here. And when you move up to the bigger tool, this gets a lot bigger yet. Obviously this one stays the same size, but when you start getting these really big tools, you can see how big they get. They get real big too here compared to this one, even though this one will open up just as far as that big one up there will. By sliding this over. It's hard to do with one hand. Ah, there's a disadvantage. You can't do it with one hand. There it goes. See, that one opens up real big like that, but see, it's a lot smaller. Fits in tighter spots better. So, that's got to figure out how to use this with one hand. Two-handed operation required. Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure that out. Alright, so it works pretty good. I like it on this one. And the axle, it works, but it's just, like I said, the problem is you got to grip it and pull it. It's hard to do stuff like that. What else do we got around here? I don't know. You got a little small stuff like this, but you get real wrenches. This is too bulky for stuff like that. Yeah. Actually, you had to work on your welding bottle over here. You can get in here like that, tighten it up. With different things. So here's your water pump plier type application over here. Doing it like that. Tighten it up, push on it. Don't tear up your bottle. Things like that would work on it. Yeah, there's not too much else on a Harley. You can use a big tool like this on there. It's a lot smaller. Up here on your stem nut is probably not too bad, because like I said, it's small, so you're getting a little bit better. So something like that's probably an improvement. Yeah, I got phone interruptions, air compressor interruptions. I got all kinds of interruptions in my videos. Okay, so we open that up a little bit. Let's go up here. Oh. Get in there like that. You have to tighten that down. Now, obviously the cable needs to be out of the way, but so you can get on there something big like that and do a neck bearing like this on there. Yeah, the noise went away. Right now my cable's in the way, so I got two hands here. It's hard to do everything with one hand. You can get in there like this. There you go. And so you can torque on it. See, I'm moving the front end, so it's, you know, we're putting torque on it. Of course, that nut's already tight. But, so you can use it for stuff like that. So there is some pluses for this. I do like the smooth jaw, so it's like a crescent wrench on that respect. So it's up to you whether it replaces this tool that good or not. Basically replace the whole stack of these whole tools, because this has all these different sizes. But obviously when you get to a smaller wrench, which are these ones, so you have lots, you have all kinds of sizes here. See what they're going to tell you is, see, it replaces all of these tools with this one tool. Realistically, the stuff I would use this on, this is too damn big to get in there. Realistically, so you can replace, yeah, this one, no, these two you can replace. So this one here and a bigger one, you could probably replace it, but if you go up to a bigger one with that big of a jaw, you're going to need a lot more length out here. So realistically, replacing these two sides right here. So, you know, replacing this with that, I don't think so. When you need these jaws like that, this helps you. Now they do make a plier that has jaws in it, but it's a different one. But so this one's basically made to replace crescent wrenches, I think. So, but overall, it looks like it does pretty decent. Something I have to get used to how using it, but it's like anything, you get used to your tools, it works. So look, there are some pluses to it. So, alright, well there you go.